Hello, Manisha. You are not audible.
Right. Am I audible?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Yes,
So
sir. Yes, sir.
all the our panelists have been joined. So it is very good thing. Timely, we are going to start it. First thing I would say, most of the our participants or audience viewers will join through the FB, and many have participants or audience have already joined. So let us start this panel discussion on uh, scenario of granting of patent scenario in India and abroad. So this is our topic. So let us start it with welcoming of our guest. Let us start with Ajay Thakur sir. So, Dr. Ajay Thakur sir is Assistant Controller of Patent and Design at Government of India, and since 18 years he is holding that position. Presently he is in Mumbai metropolitan region. So his interest or his field is project management and government strategic planning. Moreover, he is involved in granting of patent process. So, what more we could say about the Ajay Thakur sir? I would say he is the right person, most right or most appropriate person in that discussion. So, or moreover, he is official person in that concern. So now next we we welcome Dr. Pankaj Jain sir, Pankaj Kumar Jain sir. He is founder of Arino Tech Private Limited, and also professor at IIT School of International School of Mining Dhanbad, ISM Dhanbad. Moreover, he is a scientist and inventor too. He did master and doctorate from IIT uh, ISM Dhanbad. So, an important thing is initially he studied in MP. That is important for us. We are so he has very rich profile, and we are short of time anyway. We welcome Dr. Pankaj. Now we are come to Mr. Sitesh Mishra. Sitesh, I am unable to see that he is in.
I'm here, Manish.
Hey, Sitesh, sir, could you open your camera?
I'm doing that
Okay, right.
just in few minutes.
So, we have Mr. Sitesh Mishra sir, or he is co-founder and CEO of iClimb System Bangalore Urban Private Limited. Jo, so he is the CEO of that company, leading iClaim system. It works in blockchain. It's a smart card reader-based payment solution company. So, this company has made many products under the supervision of Government of India related to Aadhaar card and all. So, moreover, Sitesh has product which are patented product also. So this is a good thing about their products. Or I would say he is working on latest technology, or his moreover his company is working on the latest technology. This is very good thing. And he did his masters from MNIT Bhopal, and Bhopal itself he did his engineering also in 1993. So we welcome Mr. Sitesh sir. Okay, Sitesh is
Yep.
fine. We welcome you, sir. Now, our next panelist is Dr. Ashutosh Dubey, sir. He is professor in Computer Science Department, Chitkara University. And Chitkara University is ahead in filing of patent. If you could see the database of patent, Chitkara University amongst the ranking 7, last year I had seen that among IITs and all was there in the ranking. So this is very good, and they are rich in IPR. So we welcome you, sir. And he is Dr. Ashutosh is IEEE and ACM senior member also. He did his doctorate from JKLU University. It is JK Group's university. So from Jaipur, he did his doctorate. So we welcome you, Dr. Ashutosh. So next, finally, we have Mr. Durgesh Singh. He is business analyst and Vinod Software and Services Private Limited, Gurgaon. He handled clients across Europe, US, UK, Australia, etc. Moreover, he is a good thing is he is a startup expert. So we welcome Mr. Durgesh Singh, sir. So, so now. We have finished a process of that welcoming you and interacting initially with our audience. They are on the Facebook. So up now, next step will be I will explain you. Sorry, I will brief you about the title of the subject because the experts are you in that context. I am moderating this session, so. Let me brief on that subject. So I would like to show a clip to you. Then I will share a file also. So let me. So, well, is my screen visible to you, sir?
Yeah.
Okay. So this is the application filed by the country or since it is 1980s, yeah, the the silsila was started and यहाँ पे initially Japan was the first number one country in filing of the patents, and second was USSR, third is USA. Important thing is we are interested in India, so India is will yet not come, but India is very soon. India will come. So that is filing. And who is leading and when so now China is come in 1985. China came, so we would like to have you the position of India as a country as far as filing of patent application is concerned. So well, now India is come in the picture, and India is going up country by country. So initially Japan is leading in total patent application by the country. So now USA is leading and China is third position. So China is now leading over the rest of the countries in filing of patent. USA is second. So now finally India has settled down at 7th position as far as global scenario is concerned, and total patent filing is concerned. So finally China is number one country in filing. Now I would show one more file. Well, sir, is my screen visible to you?
Yes, sir.
Yes, Manish.
It's visible.
ओके, तो दिस इज़ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट स्क्रीन. अगर इसमें आप देखें तो मैं ये बताना चाह रहा था इसमें, और डिस्कशन से पहले दिस विल बी द लास्ट थिंग. तो यहाँ पे कुछ रेसिडेंट टाइप है. तो सबसे फर्स्ट थिंग इज दैट इसका जो लेट मी, तो यहाँ पे जो इसका फाइलिंग टाइप है वो रेसिडेंट है. और ये जो है एज फार एज ग्रांटिंग से कंसर्न है, इंटेलेक्चुअल प्रॉपर्टी राइट पेटेंट लिया है अपन ने यहाँ पे. और ये टोटल पेटेंट एप्लीकेशन है, डायरेक्ट एंड पीसीटी नेशनल फ्रेज एंट्रीज इसमें ली गई हैं. और जो सोर्स है अपना ऑब्वियसली वाइपो रहेगा. तो वाइपो का डेटाबेस है, वहाँ से ये सोर्स फैब्रिकेट डेटा लेके फैब्रिकेट हुआ है. और ये कंट्रीज लिए हैं अपन ने इसमें, ऑस्ट्रेलिया, चाइना, यूरोप, ये सब कंट्री लिए हैं जो. और इंडिया को अगर देखें आप, इंडिया की जो एनालिस्टिक स्टैटिस्टिक्स ये है कि यदि आज बात करें तो 2019 में तो ये ग्रांटिंग ऑफ पेटेंट है. अगर सबसे ज़्यादा पेटेंट ग्रांट हुए तो यूएस में जो यूरोप में जो 61% हुए हैं, और यूएसए में जो पेटेंट ग्रांट हुए 59% है. ये परसेंट कैसे निकाला गया है? ये फाइलिंग पे, ये जो फाइलिंग की फिगर है और ये जो ग्रांट की फिगर है, इसके बेसिस पे निकाला है. हाउएवर ये जो पेटेंट ग्रांट हुए हैं 167, 115, ये इधर से भी हैं, कुछ इस फाइलिंग से भी हैं, इसके प्रीवियस ईयर्स की फाइलिंग से भी हैं. तो ये जरूरी नहीं है कि इसी ईयर की फाइलिंग से ये ग्रांट हुए हैं, बट इसको लिया है अपन ने, यही कंसीडर किया. तो एक तरह से देखें तो इंडिया इज जो है 19% ग्रांटिंग ऑफ पेटेंट है. हालांकि इंडिया इज लीडिंग रेस्ट ऑफ द कंट्री बिलो दैट, बिलो इंडिया. So this is the thing, this is important thing, we are a 7th position, and below countries are we are superior than them, but these countries are up as far as the granting of patent is concerned. एंड और भी देखें अगर तो चाइना जो है, चाइना में 29% है. तो एनीवे ये एक मैंने आपसे स्टेटिस्टिक्स शेयर करी है. और नाउ विदाउट एनी फर्दर डिले we would start our discussion. So well, first I would call Dr. Pankaj Jain sir, Pankaj Kumar Jain sir. You keep your view on this granting of patent in global scenario, if you consider India as our country.
Thank you, sir, for giving me this opportunity. First, before I start, I would like to make a small correction in my introduction, because this is Indian School of Mines.
It is Indian School of Mines. Fine. Okay.
So it is IIT ISM Dhanbad. IIT was granted IIT status in 2016. So then it became IIT ISM Dhanbad. It was started in 1926. So that's how.
Okay, fine.
So thank you for this opportunity. I started this journey of my patents. I got inspired by one of my batchmates because I was a student in Indian School of Mines. I joined in 2007. So my roommate was very curious about making new things. So he was the source of inspiration for me. He's presently scientist in IMMT Bhubaneswar. So from there, from him, I learned how to do these things, and then I started writing patent. So my first invention was on solar concentrator. It was a very simple invention where simple optical combination was used to concentrate the solar radiation and convert it into a concentrated plane beam. And a number of such apparatus could be used for generating very high temperature, which can be eventually used for generation of electricity. So that's how I started. I filed that patent in 2010 as a student, and in 2018 it was finally granted. So the scenario in India is you have to have very lot of patience because it takes a lot of time in India. It's not a very quick process. And what I know, sir will correct me afterwards if I'm wrong anywhere, Thakur sir. The scenario in India is because I filed through NRDC. I did not know how to do these things. I knew about NRDC. NRDC is a Government of India enterprise for IPR. So I submitted the application from there. They did some preliminary scrutiny and they found it okay. And and they helped me in whatever way they could. Because there is some legal language that is used for filing patents. So they drafted in that way. I did some correction in that also. Then it was filed. So in a general application, generally in India, it takes the application is first published. It takes around 18 months for publication. It is published in Indian Patents Journal. Then it is evaluated. And after evaluation, the committee, it gives some report, that is first examination report. So you have to clarify on that because certain questions are asked why this should be patented, because anything that is patentable should have some novelty. It should be either a product or a process. If you have simple idea, it cannot be patented. If you can make it into a tangible product, or if there is a process, you have to describe everything so that any person who is taking a look at your invention should be able to replicate it. So you have to reveal everything. If you are making some drink which can enhance your immunity or anything, if you're filing a patent for it, you have to give every ingredient, every percentage, so that anyone who comes to know about it can make it. So it's like that. If you're filing a patent, it is in the public domain. There is nothing secret about it. The only thing you have is the power that if somebody replicates it without your consent, then you can sue that person. Because without your consent, that person cannot use your intellectual property, and you are getting a right for it only after making it public. That's why you are getting a right. So that's why it is intellectual property. So that's all about patent that I know. And I started from there. Then I filed another patent. I developed another equipment that is for shredding of plastic material, because plastic soft polybags, these are very problematic, and I wanted to solve the problem of these. So I developed another device which could convert the soft polybag, because we have plastic shredders, but those plastic shredders cannot handle soft polybags. So soft polybags can be shredded with this equipment very easily, and they can be converted to near powdered form. Not exactly powder, because we can do that, but certain additional changes are required. But near powdered form up to 1 millimeter, you can directly convert in 2 stages. So that I developed from this one, and that patent I filed in 2016. Now the status after 4 years is first examination report has come. I've submitted that report, but because of the lockdown, it is taking some time, and any time in this year, it's a possibility that the patent may be granted because I've given all the justifications. Then I invented another thing, that is a pencil sharpener. In that sharpener, I made some modification, and normal sharpeners, they sharpen the pencil in and gives a conical lead, and you can write it for some time, then you have to again sharpen it. And we have other alternative, that is a mechanical pencil, in which pre-made leads are available, which are of sharpness 0.5 or 0.6. But those sharpness you cannot obtain regular sharpener. So what I did is I made certain modification in the lead, in the blade of the sharpener. The sharpener overall does not change, but it gives us an advantage. I have a prototype of it.
Audible?
Yes, sir. I have a prototype of that thing, but nothing more will be visible. In this, it is just like a regular sharpener.
Right.
But the modification that I made gives a very good result. With this sharpener, we can sharpen a regular pencil, just like a mechanical pencil, and you can write for a longer time. So if you're making something which can give you a very good result, and it can be replicated, that you can file as a patent. So for this also, I filed a patent. It is now published because I made an application request for early publication. So it is now published. So that is the third one. Fourth one is again in process. I developed an air purifier with a filter cloth, and also a method of recovery for the same. So that thing I developed, it's a very low cost device. I'm just testing the device, and the company name which sir mentioned, Artinotech Private Limited, it is derived from three words: artistic, innovation, and technology. So that is Artinotech Private Limited, because now the government is also promoting entrepreneurship, and our college is also promoting. So under the aegis of college itself, I registered that company, and under the company's banner, these products will be eventually launched. So these are the things. And there is another aspect. Softwares you can patent, but software, certain things you can patent because it's a product. A simple idea such as Facebook cannot be patented. It is a simple idea. Anybody can make a social networking site. Similarly, I developed one thing, and that is a app, mobile app. I developed. It is now launched. That cannot be patented. Many people, when I discussed the idea, they said you should patent it immediately. But I said it is not patentable. So certain things can be patented, certain things cannot be patented.
Okay, very nice. So I would brief it. Dr. Pankaj sir has given very first thing is that very valuable information to us, and he told about the granting of patent process in that concern. He told novelty process, there has to be a steps, or moreover we could say inventive step, and well declare the things. So patent is a very basically a declaration of the innovation. So these things Pankaj sir told about the granting of the patent. So very good. So now our next invitee will be Mr. Sitesh Mishra sir. So Sitesh Mishra sir is more concerned about the industry. He himself holding an industry. So in context of Mr. Sitesh, I would ask in context of that.
Manish. A lot of echoes are coming. I don't know what makes it a lot of echoes when I speak.
Sitesh sir, is there any issue?
Yeah, there was echoes, but now it looks better.
Sir, actually, you're logged in from two devices. I think that's why there is some echo. Interference will be there.
Now it looks better.
Okay, Sitesh sir, you rectify the problem. Meanwhile, we come to Dr. Ajay Thakur sir.
Yeah.
Yes, Ajay Thakur sir.
Good evening, friends.
Good evening.
Dignified. What I want to say is respected dignitaries on the dais. Let us not waste time on saying that thing. But right now, I have heard only one person, Mr. Pankaj Kumar. So I would request, let us hear it all. Let me hear it out from all the persons, and then I will speak on the. I think.
Okay, right. I
well,
understand.
I should know. I can answer Dr. Pankaj's query right now also.
Okay, now Sitesh sir is also ready, sir.
I'm ready now.
Right, sir. Sitesh sir, please continue.
Yeah. Okay. So thank you, Dr. Manish, and really good to come on this panel. It is a good opportunity for me to at least talk about that, what industry feels about the patents. and what is India's perspective? That's more relevant here. Just to give you a little bit background about myself, I worked in government organization as a scientist in defense R&D, DRDO. Subsequently, I had joined Siemens, where I was heading the business units, and NXP Semiconductors, where we were developing the new technology, and IP used to be the prime. Okay. When I was in part of DRDO, we were more doing development, rather research. And there was no, what you say that, no concept of filing patents. Okay. It was a sea change for me when I had joined Siemens and when I had exposed to the IP protection. The famous history was that Infineon and Intel was fighting for Hynix DRAM chips. It was killing of the company by IP. So you can understand that the companies like Intel, which is like multi-billion-dollar company, and there were consortium who were fighting with them, and they were trying to kill their IPs so that they are out of the market. It was a sea change for me that how the corporate fights for IP. And I was exposed to only semiconductor business IP, which was close to around 45,000 patents at that point of time, patents, not trademarks, and copyrights were different, okay? Now, when I was leading to NFC technology, I was extremely, extremely careful about the IP and filing the IP, because I used to put target that in an year from this business center, it has to be, for example, 20 patents, etc. Why this KPI kind of thing was there, that we had to define in a way that IP's mindset of filing was not there in India. And that's the reason you see that almost 20 years back, we were nowhere in IP filing. And now we see that we are 19% success rate. China is still, I think I saw that 29%. I'm not tracking that data, but fact is that we are coming up very fast, but still we are nowhere. I may be a bit critical, but fact is that we are still nowhere near to our peers. Peers in the sense, I feel that China is peer to India now, because China violation of or infringements are too much. India, it is not much still, as compared to, if I look at the infringement from the US patents and European patents, India, we are not infringing too much. Not too many cases are happening. China, yes, other way around, it is too much. What I see that safeguarding of IP is critical for every business and cannot be overlooked now. This is time that India has to be much more careful about protecting the IP. Whether, just to give you an example, right now, we may be excelling a lot in vaccination programs in India. I think all of you are expert in that domain. I'm representing the industry. I'm not the IP filing expert, though we had, when I was leading the technology development, we had filed close to around 600 patents. So a Hall of Fame I had to create. We had to recognize the people who were filing the patents. Unfortunately, those patents were not getting filed in India because of multiple reasons. I can enumerate it, but fact is that we used to file these things to Europe, US, and sometime in Singapore. Okay. Reason could be multifolds, but fact is that that's what we used to file it. Primarily, it used to be US, then Europe. Okay. Now, right now, IP helps in developing and maintaining company long-term revenue model. Just to give you an example, when we are developing the near-field communication technology, we had filed 600 patents, and that gave us the edge to capture the market for 96% worldwide market share. So we were like lion in that technology. You name it, any company who had to come to us for the licensing or get the product from us. And we were dictating the price. Okay, so it used to give us huge margin. Okay, afterwards I can tell you, I can name it because these like informations are in public domain. I worked for NXP Semiconductors, and that too I was leading the NFC technology development from India. ST was struggling, Texas Instrument was struggling to come up, but we were getting the edge because we had the IP which was in favor. We had protected that IP, we had filed the IP, and that gave the edge. Imagine if we could not have filed it. Sooner or later, these things get exposed to others and they would have filed it, and they would have edged out us completely. Okay, so it's very, very critical that if you really want to be in the competitive edge, you need to keep filing IP. Now, if you, India is still, we are not too much structured in putting the money in R&D. For example, if I see that a specific industry, 10 to 20% revenue has to go into R&D. And out of that, there has to be budget allocated for IP filing itself. People have to be trained for IP filing. Okay, because going forward, we are still majority of 90% are MSME, sorry. The MSME, if you look at, they really don't know how to file the even IP. So look at that, they have, if they have to protect their business, they need to file the IP. Otherwise, they are going to be edged out completely by the competitors and giants companies. Okay, so if they don't patent, there are companies who can really put in too much resource, get the technology developed, and then they will completely ask them to leave. Okay, they will kill them basically. Okay, so what I see that going forward, it will be very, very critical for MSME also. Forget about the bigger companies. We need to bring in the trend where people should start filing IP. People should start making sure that copyright is protected, that trade secrets are completely protected. And these things has to be part of the organization culture. Yeah. Probably it will be good if there are questions which are coming for industry related, because I'm coming from industry and I was promoting a lot to file the IP, and it used to be target for us as a business unit, because I was handling the business unit, which was around $790 million unit, and it had to be promoted, and roadmap has to be as per the IP led to the next few years, not for 1 quarter or 2 quarters. The product has to be developed in a way that you have to edge out your nearest competitor in a big way. Yeah. So that's what the background, that's what my insights are from the IP side.
So well, Mr. Sitesh or Sitesh sir, you have given moreover valuable information and also on subject also. So your valuable information is that filing is very significant. If you could not file your product, or the product will be exposed in the market. So if you get the granting of your product, patent granting on your product, it is well and good. But if you could not reach at that level of granting, still filing is significant, because you have an idea, you have implemented it, that idea. If you could not file it, it will be exposed.
Yeah.
So this is the important thing. Moreover, Sitesh sir has told about the copyright and other IPRs also. They are important in that context. And one more important thing which is relevant to our topic, today's topic, is that R&D, there has to be fund for the R&D. That is not proper in India or in our country. So it has, this is the reason for delay in granting of the patent, or not granting of the patent. So now this is the thing. So thank you, Sitesh sir. Now we'll come to Dr. Anurag, Ashutosh Dubey sir, and I would request Ashutosh sir do less time. This is the thing, because we are now short of time, or we'll give time to Ajay Thakur sir. We would listen him. So, okay, Ashutosh sir, you start your
Thank you very
discussion on
much
the
for this
topic.
opportunity, sir. Thank you very much for this opportunity, sir.
Right.
Already Dr. Jan and Sitish sir have told that regarding the project, patent ideas, and how you can patent in India. So basically, is my idea or project or product is patentable or not? Second thing is, how much does it cost to get patent in India? What are the procedures? These are the basic steps generally. Being a computer engineer, I am facing problem when, because we are the people who develop algorithm or simple software. For example, if we want to diagnose a disease, then there are a lot of algorithms and there are a lot of softwares and there are several tools. For example, suppose that one of my scholar doing research work in the disease diagnosis on brain mapping, then he used different algorithms, nature inspired algorithm like ant colony optimization and ABC algorithm, teaching learning based optimization. Comes to the project and idea in idea terms, then as a computer engineer, if you think regarding the idea, then this concept is also an idea. But when you want to patent that particular idea, then you need a complete design, a complete mechanism, or as Dr. Jan told you, this particular concept can be productable, it can be producible, so the main theme or the main problem facing by computer engineer is that if any algorithm is there, how you can replicate in terms of any product, how you can replicate in a product. So in Chitkara University, we generally follow some rules regarding MTech projects or in terms of PhD scholars, that for any project, if you want to work on any theme, then you first develop a model or just an architecture. After that, you can design and test that particular machine or model, so that in future you can replicate that particular concept or model in a meaningful way, so that it can be in the form of product. So this is the basic theme, sir, we are adopting in computer engineering. That's all, because other things are already covered by Dr. Jan.
So, well, Ashutosh sir, Dr. Ashutosh sir, thank you so much. और आशुतोष सर ने brief किया about the as far as his branch is concerned, what are the issues with the algorithm and software and all.
Yes,
so very good thing you have initiated here. So now I would come to Mr. Durgesh Singh sir. Yes, Durgesh sir, what you would say?
Hello, everyone. Thank you for giving me this opportunity.
Durgesh sir, please unmute
Minister.
yourself.
Hello, I'm audible?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. So first of all, thank you for giving me this opportunity. Hello, everyone. So about patent, my point of view is I also belong to IT industry. Like I'm a business analyst. I have 5 years of experience, worked in travel, education, healthcare domain. So like my point of view is there are several things normal people don't know which thing will be patentable or not. So like from the IT industry, like there are several things we don't know that the idea which we have like it can be patentable or not. So for that, there should be some information posted by the government, and the local people should know about it, like how it will be done. So it will be vital for all of us, and many normal people can patent their ideas apart from the products.
Okay. Durgesh sir?
Yeah.
Yeah, your expertise in startup, you are working since your study, you are working on a startup. So how
Mhm.
a startup are and patents are connected? Very brief in very few lines.
So,
Please
like,
throw the light on
uh,
that.
few of the projects like I have done for like Nepal, that was a startup. So, the challenge we were facing in the travel domain, like the ideas which we have, like we want to implement it, we have developed the system, but like it is patentable or not, like the idea which we are following in the algorithm and the ideas. So there were some challenge we were facing, like other people can copy, and in the IT domain there is lots of
Okay,
competition.
Durgesh sir, Dr. Pankaj sir would like to say something on startup. Yes,
Sure.
Pankaj sir.
Yes, sir. For startups, patents are important because if a startup is coming up with some new product, and because they are just a startup, they start at a very small scale, and if
Mhm.
their idea or a product is very good, there are giants also. So it is very important that they protect their idea or their product through intellectual property, because it's not just about patent, it's about trademarks, it's about copyright. Anything which you are bringing in the market should be protected first, because as soon as you bring in the market, there are already players, so they can immediately replicate it, they will search for it, and they can patent it before you also, because patenting requires some money. You will be thinking that I will test the idea in the market, and if you go for testing before protecting it, it will not be patented also, because patent, the prerequisite for patented, it should not be available in the market. If it is already in use, it cannot be patented because people already know about it. There is no inventive steps. So like that. And copyright also, trademark, for example, for Artinotech Private Limited, it's a startup. And you should have a trademark for the name or any logo, because under the company's name, I launched the app, mobile app, that is EV cards. It is for visiting
Mhm.
cards. So that I have registered a trademark for it, and now it is a registered trademark. So nobody can use it, because trademark is just like the logo of LNCT. It is behind, sir. We can see. So that logo is actually it is registered trademark of the group. So that kind of thing people have to go with a startup. So you should know what is patentable and what is your property which you can protect, because government has given provision. So it is very important for startups.
Definitely.
Manish sir, I think your network is stuck somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Ajay
Pankaj,
Thakur sir.
Yes, sir. Now
Sir,
you are.
please.
hello. Can
Hello.
I just add?
Okay. Yes, Siddesh sir,
Yes,
in
I
very
think that's what
short
I was.
time, please add
Yeah,
something, because
yeah.
we are waiting for
I,
Ajay Thakur
I
sir.
understood. That's what my point of view was, that giant company, they have the depository of IPs, and startups will get killed if they are not filing the IP. Moment they get the ideas, and if it is implementable, novelty search, they should get it. And if it is patentable, they should go immediately. Otherwise, companies like bigger companies, Reliance and all this, I'm just naming it one or two companies who are really big, they can replicate it overnight, and it's important. So yes, we need to go for startup. It is more important than bigger companies for filing the IPs. Yes, Dr. Manish, please go ahead. Sorry
Okay,
for.
right. No, it's a good information you have interrupted and said. Okay, Dr. Ajay sir,
Yeah.
we are waiting for you and your
Yeah.
valuable input on that.
I'm also very eager to answer all these queries.
Right,
Actually,
right, right.
I got a brief idea of all these difficulties which all my dear friends are facing. But let me make it very clear. See, in 2003, when I joined the patent office, the structure of that organization was like that. We had only something like 30, 40 staff, 30, 40, and around 4 controllers in the Mumbai office. almost 16 examiners were there in Mumbai. So the strength was very less. And by signing GATT WTO in 2005, when we started with the product, we had lot of black box applications. With earlier, we used to grant process patents only. So till that time, I will directly say that our organization was very much neglected. But after that GATT and WTO agreements and WTO signing, we got recognition, we got sufficient funds, and from that the development of patent office started. And that is what, when we got recruited, we had very little problems. Like we used to have only one computer for 4 people, and such data was not there. So many things were not available at that time. Infrastructure facilities was not there. But after that, once that black box application opened, and after 2005, there was the development we started picking up in the patent offices. Then in 2012, 7 onwards, we got Mr. Kurian, PH Kurian, an IS officer, who basically started looking into the matters, and then he started developing the patent system. Then he went somewhere outside USPTO, then European patent offices, and he found, and then he started developing that software, and then all that kind of development started from that year. But then 2012, we got a recruitment of around around 200 examiners, and then the manpower also started developing. Earlier, what we used to do is we used to even examine the computer applications. While being a chemistry person, we used to examine mechanical examinations. We used to carry out, so these kind of stages were there. But with the development, we got different buildings, separate buildings were there. Then development started. Then in 2007 onwards, very much development was there. Then 12 recruitment was there, and 16 recruitment was there. Now we have almost 600 examiners and around 250 controllers, which I suppose is sufficient. And I suppose now the speed with which my dear friend Pankaj Jain has told, he filed the application in 2010 and he got grant in 2016. But this is not the case right now. In 2020 cases we are granting. I myself is granting 2020 cases, and further we are started examination of 2021 also. So right now the pendency is at the, I say, see, now we have also differentiated with different kind of types of specialties. Like we have chemical engineers, then chemistry department is held by chemistry persons, then mechanical engineering is held by mechanical persons, then electronics and communication, that is held by another. Computers, software engineers are being recruited. So all we have now specialized staff, and we started working on that. Then further, one request was done in 2000. After that, 2016, only one request. Earlier we used to file region-wise, like Western region. If you want to, you belong to Western region, you can file application only in that region. Or that too, the request was given on that side. So we had come out with a platform with a common request. Then there are substantial development that you see. In general terms, like once you file an application, the 18 months compulsory waiting period is there. After that, the invention the application gets published, and then it comes to the examiner, and then he starts examination. So that that phase is out now. We have made the provision with filing Form 9, so you can make application published within 1 month from the date of filing, instead of waiting for 18 months, and file the request, and you get their application in queue. One thing is that development which had taken place. Then another thing is specialized staff. Now specialized examiners are concerned with the specialized cases. So that development is there. Then one important change we brought in our act was examination process was one. Earlier we used to issue the first examination report, and the applicant or the inventor had the time to reply within 12 months. The period was 12 months. That period has been reduced from 12 months to 6 months. So now if I issue a first examination report, it is binding on the applicant or the inventor to reply it within 6 months, plus with a grace period of 3 months. So at the most he can get 9 months. But earlier this was 12 plus 3, 15 months. So that time has been reduced. So now the speed up procedure is there. Now we have sufficient manpower is there. Now educate, and apart from that, in 2013, India got recognition as an international search authority also. So India is now a searching authority. So where you get a brief idea about your inventions, whether they will be patentable or not. We have a dedicated website which discloses all the details, where to file, how to file, and what. Plus, apart from that, we ourselves are available, made available. We have tied up with CPAM or TIFAC and all other government authorized industries, wherein they start developing, they start giving awareness lectures to pay. Even patent offices, we are making ourselves available apart from doing our job, routine job. Whenever there is a request from sir or from I myself have conducted almost 15 to 20 seminars in Madhya Pradesh, including Gwalior, Bhopal, Jabalpur, Baitul, and all other Indore. And all these places I have personally been there, and I have taken almost in Bhopal, LNCT, TIT, Dhyan Ganga, all colleges, Rani Durgavati, then all universities we have gone and we are giving lecture. So that is not the thing that we are not doing any efforts, but lot of improvement is there. Now be assured that you will not face that kind of time period, and a lot of further provisions are made in our act, whereas expedited examination is introduced, wherein you can file your application and get application granted. The time period is reduced to 6 months, and you can get at the most 9 months is the time where we can grant. I have granted the cases within 7 months, 8 months time also. So the speed of granting and all that thing has improved a lot. Now I think we are ahead of other countries, wherein they are at the stage of issuing at the stage of examination, whereas we are on the stage of disposing the application. So right now the backlog is also tremendously reduced. As far as chemistry part and biotechnology part is concerned, we almost have dealt with all the applications which were pending at our end. Right now, I can clearly say that we don't have any backlog right now. Whatever applications are pending at untouched applications are not there. All the applications have been handled. They have been touched. Some are having pre-grant oppositions, some are having oppositions, some are granted, some are at examination set. But action has been taken, and we have almost deal with all the research backlogs in as far as chemistry, biotechnology are concerned. Even in electrical, we have moved ahead. Only that there was a pitfall of examination side that was neglected, or due to lack of skilled manpower, the mechanical part was suffering. But right now we have sufficient number of controllers and sufficient number of examiners who are taking care of this application. So right now I don't find any problem is there with us. And the speed of examination is fast enough, and the rate of disposals, we are disposing applications at a very higher speed. If you see these last 2-3 years data, you will see that we have disposed many more cases, and we are right on the track by disposing all the backlog. Now only some backlog is there at the disposal end, for which we are also trying our level best, and this pandemic and all these things are there. But apart from that, that is not a hurdle, but we will surely assure you that we will address all these problems regarding backlog. So backlog and all these are not an issue now. I will assure you that once you file the application, within 2 years or within at the most 2.5 years, the application will be proceeded for grant. For example, now let us see in an expedited application. Once you file an expedited application and file Form 9, your application is published. And once your application is published, the controller, the examiner is on the binding that he should dispose the application within 1 month or at the most 2 months. So once he sends the reply, he sends the report to controller, the controller forwards it. Now it's the time which the applicant is taking. Now he's as per as he's having 6 months time. But sometimes there are inventors, sometimes there are some agents who are proceeding their applications. Once I issue the FAR, they immediately reply within 15 days or within the month. In that case, we immediately, if any objections are there, we immediately offer hearing. Now the stage is there, we have to wait under section 43 for publication, that from the date of publication 6 months you have to wait. So there are many applications where 6 months have not passed after publication, and that is the legal hurdle. That hurdle also will be like not a hurdle in the sense, that is the proper thing that stops us from granting patent within 6 months. So these things are there. A lot of improvement is there, sir. Right now we are having 650, almost 650 examiners, around 250 controllers, which is more than sufficient for the backlogs to be cleared. And we are working on that direction. So as far as that part is concerned, be assured that no case will be lingering for more than 2 years or that, unless and until there is some legal hurdle or some battle or some court cases or some infringement issues or some oppositions. As far as plain clear cases are there, there is no issues we are dealing with. I am telling you, I am granting cases of 2020, and we have started examination of 21 also. So you see the speed with which we are moving. Chemistry and biotechnology is not behind anything. Like we are, once you file the application, it will be disposed. This is the state now. Within 1 year, you can get the grant also in normal procedure, not apart from the filing early publication. So this is the stage. As far as startups are concerned, many startups have been, startup is been defined in our act. Promotions are there. Then we have provided a team of facilitators, wherein you need not do any work. The facilitators are the patent agents registered with us, and they are filing on behalf of the applicant. Once you have to approach that facilitator, and that facilitator will guide you. And even the fees of 10,000 rupees, which has been fixed, is also disposed by Government of India. So in that case, a lot of improvement is there, a lot of help is given to all these startups and all the new coming inventors or budding scientists and all these things. Even ladies earlier, the expedited examination was restricted to only once you have to select India as international search authority. Apart from that, now we have added a new clause that a female inventor can be considered as a. So a lot of promotion is there. Make in India, Skill India, all these policies made by our Honorable Prime Minister, Mr. Modi. So a lot of development is there. So a lot of improvement is there, and we have a dynamic minister also, Mr. Piyush Goyal also, who is handling this portfolio. And right now we see much more developments. We are on the verge of, now everything is being streamlined, everything is there now. We have sufficient manpower, even offices are well equipped, and everything we get whatever we want, what facilities, search base, database, all these things are there in place. Moreover, India is a searching authority. So all the searching authority reports, 98% almost, there is no backlog at that end also. All the applications are disposed. So we are on the right track now. And hopefully we don't see any backlogs in coming 2-3 years. Everything will be clear. That is one thing. As far as awareness is concerned, I am telling, and we are telling everywhere, whenever you need our assistance, whenever you need any awareness program, you just mail me one thing. Just mail us we want a program on that. We will surely sit out and finalize some programs which can be managed at in your college, university, or on webinars, or all these things. We are very much open to that also. In fact, TIFAC is there, then FICCI is there. All these are conducting these awareness programs. So that should not be an issue. We are trying our best. Whenever just Manish sir called me yesterday or day before yesterday. Today I had a session in Solapur College also. But then I said it was in the morning. So sir told me it's a panel discussion. You need not go in for so much details. So I said, okay, then that time. So we are there, always there. And Dr. Chobe from Bhopal, MP Cost is there, who is looking after all these things. He just calls me. I had gone in the interiors of Betul district, wherein we have gone to some tribal places also to deliver lecture, Betuli, Chincholi Gaon, and all these places we had gone and delivered lectures in school also. In the corporation schools also, that ZP Jilla Parishad schools also we had given lectures. So that is not the thing. We are not doing that also. As far as two of my friends are aware of ISR and that is algorithm, and then about the software patenting is there. So see, there is a Patent Act clearly manifest, clearly discloses under section 3 and 4. So I would request my dear friends to go to the section 3 and section 4 of the Patent Act, most probably 3, and also I will tell you 3K, wherein the issue of this algorithm and software patenting is not available. So that domain, like once you said apps are being registered under copyright, they don't form a base of patent. So first, basically, I would request the IT people to see there are on our website, there are guidelines for computer software programs, examination guidelines are there. So you can take a note of that. You can download that PDF. It is readily available. You can download, you see, and we have very well explained how these patent examinations relating to software are examined and how 3K is dealt with. So that point of view, you can always have a note on that thing, and you can download. As such, there is no need of going anywhere. We have a dedicated website. We have a dedicated website which clearly discloses everything, whatever is required, whatever is there. And you all have my number, or we are having many numbers on our website. So if you require any lectures, any sort of help, you can call us anytime. Moreover, a list of facilitators are also provided in the website, wherein they are help in startup applications. So a lot of help is coming from government side. Apart from that, as far as examination and that part I told you, we had this kind of problems because there were large shortage of manpower, infrastructure was not there, lack of facilities were not there. So now that the hurdles are gone far behind, now we are much ahead of all these things. I see a lot of development in patent office when I joined, and right now I am looking after. Now we are working from home. This is the stage. Now we have that also, we have crossed that also thanks to Corona, but we have got that facility also. Right from working from, then we have substantial training institute in Nagpur, where you can recommend or you can get lectures on payment, of course on payment, but you can get on your topic, or you can ask programs to be conducted. Tailor-made programs are available according to your needs. If you need any development, or if you need any sort of lecture on which you want to focus, highlight on the topics which you want to focus, so that also can be dealt. So a lot of improvement is there, a lot of development is there, a lot of procedural hurdles are removed now, and now we are on the verge that be assured that we will not have any backlog in next 2 years. No backlog will be there, and we are right in ahead. At least from our chemistry side and from biotech side, almost all examinations, all applications are in queue, and all examination applications are examined and are dealt accordingly. So I don't find that is the issue. And as far as mechanical was the issue, but right now also we are on fast track. We have got a lot of controllers from mechanical, and now the issue is with the disposal, and that also will be dealt accordingly. So I suppose that should not be a problem. And patent offices are taking care, government is taking sufficient care to improve the working standards of patent offices. So a lot of facilities are provided. Training centers are there, judicial training, all these things are there. And so I don't find right now there should be a need. Apart from this, when you talk about algorithm and KK, that I told you can download the guidelines of IT examination.
Ajay sir,
yes,
I would interrupt you because Dr. Pankaj sir is asking a question.
Yeah.
Yes, Pankaj sir, please.
Sir, I had two questions basically. So the first question was, when we file a patent application, when we make the information related to it public after getting that application number, or should we wait for the grant of the patent?
No need. Once you file the application, see, the thumb rule for getting a patent is once you come first and file the application in patent and block the priority date. Okay. Once you get that priority date, the invention is yours. Okay. Now, but apart from that, once that application, you have to be very specific by filing. Whenever you are making the disclosures, you should maintain that there is a patent pending on that invention. so that nobody can try to infringe. And if somebody, you should be vigilant enough also to take care of that thing. Once you get the application, if you come across anybody infringing this invention, you can always file a opposition counter claim for that
Yes, sir.
infringement.
Because the patent is granted from the date of application.
Right.
So when in 2018 it was granted from.
So that is what I told you. That is why I told you. But you can start producing the thing by just mentioning patent pending and that articles of trade, and you will not have any problem.
Yes, sir. And second question was, how long does it take for further examination after first examination report has been submitted? You said there is time binding, but I submitted last year and it shows it is pending for disposal. It is under examination. So
now I told you, see, we have an issue with mechanical things. Right now they are dealing with 13 and 14 requests.
Okay.
While we are on the verge of 2021 also. Yeah. So we are not having any issues. Now earlier there was a common pool in which the applications were segregated, but right now the pool has been isolated. Mechanical stream is isolated. So whatever mechanical staff is there or mechanical applications are there, we were facing lot of problems with regard to mechanical controllers were not there. So now we have ample number of mechanical controllers. So now this will be I suppose a matter of time that I don't find anything issue, but only the request they are dealing are 2014, 15, 16 they are doing it. So most probably within I told you, within 2 years nothing will be there. You will be on track, make an application within 1 year, take your grant or refusal, whatever the thing is on the. Okay.
Now, Sitesh sir, do you have any question?
I have comment, but I'm not sure whether your time permits because
yes.
Gone through these things too much.
Actually, at 5 o'clock our setup will be.
I'm keeping mum.
Okay. So I would say Ajay sir has given very official, valuable information to us.
Right.
Initially, I wrote something. I would brief it, but Ajay sir has given a lot of information. So it is unnecessary. I would work on that information. Our viewers have already listened him. और ये valuable information जो है जो भी Facebook पे हमारे viewers हैं, काफी viewers है जो उनके लिए एक valuable होगी और आगे भी इसका use हो पाएगा किसी तरह से. और मैं बहुत important बात अजय सर के विषय में ये कहना चाहूँगा I would say कि वो awareness जो है जो एक जरूरी है as far as IPR and patent is concerned, missing thing is awareness because we are not aware. अभी लाइक कोई कंसेप्ट आता है स्टिल अपनी कंट्री में अगर कोई कंसेप्ट आता है तो सबसे पहले वो बेंगलोर में आता है जहाँ सीतेश सर रहते हैं. उसका उस कंसेप्ट को आगे दूसरी जगह प्रोपेगेट होने में आने में 6 मंथ स्टिल लगते हैं जो पहले 2 साल लगते थे अभी कम हो गया है. तो लेकिन एनीवे तो ये अवेयरनेस का जो इशू है बहुत ही अच्छा तरीके से हैंडल कर रहे हैं अजय सर और ये उन्होंने बहुत सही बात की कि मैंने अजय सर से कल ही कम्युनिकेशन किया and is ready for that. So this is a very beautiful thing about him. So very thank you so much Ajay Thakur sir, or in future also will take your awareness help. So I would say thanks to all our speakers, all our panelists and viewers also. So now it is time to close it. So I will meet you on through social media channels and I will tell you about this recording and all these inputs. So thank you so much again for all you all. Yeah. So now I would going to close this.
Yeah. Thank you very much. Bye bye.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you so
Bye
much.
bye.